Welcome back to DadandCat. Look, guys, I have escaped from the Nether, and I am in the overworld. Or am I just going insane? Let's find out today. Welcome back to DadandCat. We are surviving and progressing in this Nether trapped world, and as you can see, some things have been getting built. Like this little cat up there. Some fun stuff. Yeah, so it's actually been a couple weeks now since the last episode released, and basically, we are probably very close to escaping from the Nether, and I just want to show you guys some of the things that we did. We got a few replay mods to show you. Yeah, I am ready to get out of the Nether. I'm going a little crazy. In fact, I'm going so crazy, I had to build myself something to give myself a little sanity. Check it out. So the server's been very active. Of course, one of the things with things like iron initially only being available through piglin trades, we got to work as a server. Big Pork Chop built this giant gold farm. Hoped to get some magma blocks for that. As you can see, there are definitely some beacons on the server right now. But as the weeks wore on, I started feeling a little crazy. So I came out here to a special place above the Warped Forest, which is one of the more quiet biomes of the Nether. We've got only Endermen, and if you keep things lit up enough, there won't be any in the Warped Forest. And so I came out here and I built myself a tiny little shack, which you can see here. And when we step inside, here we are. Got our nice fire crackling. Got a little house made of spruce and stone bricks. Can sit on the logs and look at the flowers. See the sun setting there in the distance. Now, some of you are probably wondering how we got some of this stuff, like the concrete there and the wool and honey blocks, flowers, azalea tree, all these things. Azalea. So it kind of works like this. One of the things that you guys saw on opening night was that you can buy, using nether quartz, you can buy diamond ore. And really, once our server got our first enough iron nuggets collected to make our first pickaxe and begin to move up to diamonds instead of other gear, things really progressed down here. You can set it in the store. We could buy things like lapis for enchanting, dirt for growing crops, redstone, cobblestone, which is very useful. No, I don't want to buy that right now. Paper for books, all these different things. Eventually, some things that weren't unlocked day one, like scaffolding and mine carts, iron blocks, grass blocks. There's a piglin somewhere, and it is freaking out. I don't know where, though, because we are up on Spawn Island, so not sure what it's doing. But anyways, yeah, so we've been able to get that stuff from the shop in order to make life just a little more bearable down here. And then there was another twist in that there are these huge structures here on this Incendium mod. There's a piglin castle, there's an illager sanctum, and all these things came with other perks. Such as, well, some of the guys had to fight some crazy pillagers and illusionaires and all these sorts of things. But it did give us a lot of great stuff like pistons and redstone devices, unbreaking flint and steel fire starters. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in those things, including, but not limited to, saplings. And so we took a very small amount of saplings that we originally got and have, using Fortune 3 on the leaves and other stuff, turned them into a full-fledged farm up top, which has been great because not only did it give us all those trees and other building blocks, it also gave us boats. And of course, you know, if you have a boat, which you cannot make boats from the nether, the 2 types of nether wood that exist, if you have a boat, you can do things like fall off of high places and be perfectly fine. Which definitely makes exploration and stuff like that a lot better. Instead of dying there like on day 1, you can just get down very easily to there. I'm not climbing. I'm going back up. So that has been very, very helpful. We also, as a server, began to get a series of clues right over here in this pink inverted color basement couch. And so there was this riddle presented to us once we found the dimensional gateway, which was at these coordinates. Hills blanket blank the blank, blank blank along the blank, complete the frame with blocks of blank. Blank of blank within blank tomes, tears and flames blank 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 blank. Then blank of blank will call the gate. So we've been working on that, and we've been giving server projects where we can unlock these clues, such as a community anvil by getting enough iron. We unlocked the word adorns. Community nether prop hunt arena, which I'm going to show you guys here in just a quick second, that I built. We had gemstones. So all these different things unlocked these different words. And let me read to you what they currently are. Hill's blanket adorns the crown. Coveted gemstones along the ground. Complete the frames with blocks of stone. Names of champions within 4 tomes. Probably referring to the 4 seasons that we've had, which this season is yet to be determined who the champions are. Tears and flames you must recreate, then blank beams of blank will call the gate. Which we were guessing was like maybe 4 beams of light. The tears and flames were possibly referring to making ender crystals, in crystals to go over there. And so we've been recreating that. And I actually just finished this morning putting together a little island with an in-gate, with a recreation of the gateway on it. I'm actually gonna get up my bow here because sometimes some of this Hall of Champions is not spawn proofed yet. So here is our dimensional gateway rebuilt. We think the end crystals are important. The whole tears and flames, and then beams of light seems to be what would come from that. And then we had to fill in the portal with stone, and then we're going to be putting the names of the 4 seasons champions, which I am waiting on a list of those from Big Pork Chop, so I can do that as soon as possible. And there's our little island. And of course, this is a very cool like Hall of Champions that Big Pork Chop built. It's not completed on the inside yet, so maybe we'll show it in another video if we ever come back into the Nether after leaving this wretched place. But let me show you guys the original dimensional gateway, which I actually found the maybe the second day of the server, and I just assumed it was something that everyone else already knew about because it was so close over here to Spawn Island. But it was not. And so once we found it, then we started getting these clues and objectives in order to get out of this terrible nether and get back to the overworld. So here's the original. You can see there the mossy cobblestone, and then these lecterns, although originally there were 6 in here. Someone messed up, but it's all right. Apparently the lore writer and the lore builder were not on the same page. This staircase actually goes to another fortress that I found that helped us get a blaze spawner farm, which is very helpful because once we had ender chests, it made it possible to do some sort of teleport magic and set a respawn anchor out at points of interest and put your stuff in the ender chest and then die and go out and get it, pick it back up from the ender chest. So those are all very important things we had going. I'm getting nervous. I'm going to fall off one of these. You can also see, just for fun, over here, I made a little sort of mock-up of the gateway there, although I figured it was not going to end up there in that spot because of the inconvenience of it. So this railway you see here, one of our goals that was on that list was to rescue the princess. And so way out there, about just into the next lava thing after where that fall is and it's not loaded, there was a platform similar to this that had Princess, and she was caged in bars. I'm not gonna say anything, but it was definitely, this is not the first original Princess. The first one, let's just say there were some accidents in moving it along the path, and I did not make it over here, but this one did. Cool Princess, but I don't know if you noticed, but she's kind of snotty. You know, princesses can have that problem sometimes. Ooh, look at the boogers. All right. You guys might have seen it in my inventory since I have the no armor rod on. That's right. I decided while I'm stuck in the nether, once we started getting some of these projects done, it was time to get me some netherite because I don't want to come back in here any sooner than I have to. So, yeah, I've just been walking around in full fancy getup, and I've got my my nether gold shoes on just because I hate messing with the stupid piglins. I do have some diamonds from the quartz trade, and I also have some shoes, shiny shoes for shiny skies. That's my hope, that I can go to the overworld and wear those shoes in a nice, beautiful, sunny sky. I also hate this base down here because someone installed a chicken farm. And you know, we know how I feel about chickens. Let's try this one. So we got up to the roof, actually, the first night. And began using it to build some farms. I'm going to show you guys a couple more farms that I helped build. One of which you can see right now on replay. And here it is, the iron farm. Now this one was a little tricky. It was really hard to get an ideal set of circumstances because one of the things you often need for an iron farm is water to move the golems farther away from the villagers and zombies so they can spawn more. And so what we did was we set up a system where tripwires go off when it spawns in, and actually it needs to be reset. Occasionally a golem will enter and burn up before it ever gets to the exit. Wow, that was quick. So they spawn in on that platform when it's dry, and then the lava pushes them off, but then they'll hit the exit tripwire on their way down to the hopper collection spot down below. And when they do that, it'll turn off the lava and a new one can form and go off. Occasionally they burn up before going off of the thing, and the iron goes everywhere. Occasionally it gets stuck. But, you know, it's helped. It's better than trading tons of gold for piglins to give us tiny little nuggets of iron every once in a while. It has definitely been better than that. Now, you may be wondering, how in the world did you get these guys in here? And, well, it kind of works like this. I'm going to get stuck on here now. That one make it off? Sweet. Beautiful. Ted from the basement wanted to give us a chance to get villagers to get some trades, and especially mending, of course, because that's the one major enchant that everyone needs on their gear, but you cannot get it from enchanting tables. And so he hid zombie villager eggs all over. Oh, no. I just broke redstone. He had zombie villager eggs all over this place. Try to do this real quick while... There we go. And so we had to go on a hunt to find. Dio found one of them. I forget who else. Maybe Chaffee, I think, found the second one. And then since we had villagers, it was like, hey, there's a third egg. If we find it, let's not de-zombify it. Let's use it to make a few more zombie villagers. And then we can put a zombie in an iron farm and use some to make discounts for the villagers. And so that is what we did. Sorry, Golem. So once we got this going, things have progressed a lot because with the iron trades especially, and it just running constantly, especially it even runs this beacon goes all the way down to base, and so this run is loaded in a lot. You can see here this has been emptied out several times for beacons and things, but it is producing, and we also got renewable flowers now. And so when they actually we found about 10 flowers, the guys who raided those structures did. And so I took them and I grew flowers next to oak trees until I got a couple beehives. And so you can see in here my 2 original beehives as well as the custom made ones in here, this bee farm. This thing has been going a lot. Yeah, it's full of honeycomb. And it's not as full of honey because you have to refill the bottles all the time, and I forget, and we also don't have that many glass bottles since we don't have a ton of access to sand. We do have red sand in this one nether biome that's out here, but it's kind of a pain to get and blazes shoot at you. You know how those things go. We also found in this biome called the Withered Forest, there's these black vines that grow from the tree, but once we got iron and made shears, I still have some shears, you could just cut the black vines and it would make regular vines. And so we started a little vine farm, which was necessary in fact, because as you saw, to recreate the dimensional gateway, we needed mossy cobblestone blocks. So we've got a huge villager farm set up over here. This is the, I think, 3rd edition of this breeder area. It used to be up there, but if you can imagine, you're working with villagers, you're clicking, you might be opening trap doors, you might be trying to click them to see what trades they have. One askew right click, if you're hitting a bed, well, villager breeder go boom boom. And that may have happened once or twice to Big Pork Chop, I think. So yeah, we've been having a lot of stuff. We've got this crazy trading hall with all these different villager types. We've got the sanity room and gold farm out there. But you may be wondering, Josh, you are eating what look like delicious and nutritious and satiating cooked pork chops. Where, oh where, did you get such delicious and amazing food? It certainly isn't from hand fighting all those stupid hoglins, because they are a pain in the neck. On the second day of the server, I actually came out here over to a nice open spot above the Crimson Forest. I actually had this over closer to that area over where spawn is, but because spawn is always loaded in and it loads in a lot lower areas of the world than what being up here at the AFK spot does, it basically was almost inoperable. I think Great Gaming Game is still up there AFK, in which he's going to need to, I'm going to help him out by putting some of this leather back. This is a hoglin farm. We can go up. I'm actually probably messing with it right now because I'm here. We'll go up by him and see it in work. I made one of these on Cup of Java, and I was like, wow, this is a really easy food source. I mean, you on a solo thing, you can pretty much run it like once for like an hour, and you probably have enough food for the rest of your series. I mean, that's how efficient it is, and it gives you leather for books, and you don't have to kill those adorable, beautiful cows. So looks like he's got an auto mouse clicker thing going. There they go. Hoglins are dumb. They will spawn in. They will see those warped fungus on the edges and be terrified of them. And instead of just, staying still and chilling, they will run away from them because they think they can climb down those stairs on the other side of that. And they will go all the way into the lava from there. But I'm going to head out so I don't mess up his spawns. Because our nether is amplified, It definitely has made some of the farms spawn rating pretty crazy. Yeah, so let me show you guys one more thing that I built, and this was the prop hunt arena, and it's about 1,000 blocks away in this very cool biome, but instead of traveling all the way out there, I'm just going to join our prop hunt thing, and it was called Joshua Tree, which is kind of funny because there we go. What does this do? Oh, that's quit. Oh, look, there's an Enderman down there. So this biome is really cool, and you guys are like, well, what's so cool about this house? I mean, it's got platforms, colors are kind of cool. Yeah. What's going on here? You know, you can be these different things and hop around. This ladder actually takes you up to a room up top with a respawn anchor, except if you're in prop hunt, it will stop you right here and you'll never climb higher. But since I did put on the free cam mod because I thought this might be an issue, so I want to show you guys just for today what this looks like. So there it is. It's actually, this biome is called the Inverted Forest. It is really cool looking, and I was like, when I saw it, I was like, if I'm gonna build a house or something in the Nether, I've got to build in this biome. It's amazing looking, and you just listen. It's so quiet. There's no piglins and hoglins and so here it is. This is an upside down house. You can even see we've got the upside down flower boxes on the side, which I really enjoyed making those. And then of course the lower levels you have going up over here so people can play prop hunt. And that is what that is. So you can actually go down here to the area. Oh, Peter Basement's on. And go down here, there's a my painting. Did somebody break my painting? There was a painting down here where you could go, and it was a secret hiding spot for people that didn't know. So this is actually, it looks like the basement. This is actually the attic. And then right out here with some barrier blocks to keep people from falling off and out of the game, we have this. So I thought this was a really fun project and really cool. It did make me a little dizzy after a while, just even mentally, like trying to think through. I'm upside down, the trees are upside down, I'm way up in the air, which is kind of, you know, disorienting a bit in and of itself. But I thought it turned out pretty cool. And so, in fact, I'm gonna get a screenshot of this. Yeah, so we have made quite some progress. Hopefully by the time the next video comes out from BasementCraft, we will be through the other side of this gateway and back in the sunny, beautiful overworld. And I won't have to go crazy making my own anymore. So until next time, guys, this is Josh of DadandCat, and I will see you all later. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Peace.